Good morning. It's really great to be here again. Actually, I was here about 3 months ago in this stage in the context of one of the initiatives mentioned before about on one of the emblematic actions of the Greek AI strategy, the Global AI Forum. Every year, actually this year was the second one, we organized the Lyceum project. The National Center for Scientific Research Demokritos, the World Human Forum, and the AI Ethics Institute of Oxford. We are collaborating in this initiative that brings together AI, ethics, and the Aristotelian philosophy. Every year, June 20, here at the Athens Conservatoire. We're going to have the third one next year, and you are all invited. So this was one of the emblematic actions. You've heard before by Professor Kidi about the Greek AI factory, and also by the previous panel about the AI factories and the impact of the Greek AI factory in the Greek ecosystem. Now, in my talk, I will refer to the strategy behind the AI factory and the next steps in Europe in the context of the AI factories and Giga factories. As you all know, I suppose, Europe is leading the way in shaping regulation for artificial intelligence through the AI Act. However, regulation alone is not enough. Without strong infrastructures, computational infrastructures, accessible and interoperable data, and of course investment in human capital, as it was stressed before, the EU's strategic autonomy may remain only an aspiration on paper. AI, artificial intelligence, is not just about the economy, but also about national sovereignty, defense, and social cohesion. Who develops critical technologies is a matter of power. And this is also the motivation behind the European AI strategy, which is according to 2 pillars. One pillar has to do with the regulation, with the AI Act, but the other pillar has to do with the factories, the infrastructures. And the purpose behind the infrastructures is shown here in this slide. The aim is to close the gap between Europe and other countries in respect to the computational infrastructure. First thing. Second thing, building capacity, exploiting all these infrastructures and the talent also we have in Europe in order to support research, innovation, and education through reskilling and upskilling. Third step, accelerating adoption, bridge the gap between lab and market. You heard before about the successes of Greece in EU projects, which is research projects. But how much of this is reaching to the market? And this is not only a Greek problem. And we need to improve this, supporting enriching the relevant AI ecosystem. Towards this purpose, EU has established, has set up calls for the AI factories through the Euro HPC program, the Euro High Performance Computing Program. The motivation is to increase the computational infrastructures. In 13 in total AI factories in different countries, as you can see in this slide, were established from the first 2 calls on the AI factories. In the first round, in the first call, 7 AI factories were selected, and the Greek AI factory, Pharos, that was mentioned before, and for which you are going to hear more later, was one of them. But in addition to that, because the first round of the AI factories have already started back in April, and have started to operate the first round of them. But in addition to that, the EU strategy has introduced another very strong, very powerful tool, the Giga factories, again under the Euro HPC program. What are the Giga factories? The Giga factories are large-scale facilities used to develop, train, and deploy the next generation of AI. This is really crucial for Europe in order to compete on the global level and ensure its autonomy in science and in critical industrial sectors. It builds on the concept of the AI factories, but taking it to the next level. The current high-performance computers their scale is from 2,000 GPUs, AI processors, to 20,000 GPUs. Here, we talk about a different thing. We are talking about computational resources beyond 100,000 AI processors. This, federated with a network of AI factories and sovereign cloud, will strengthen the EU position. And this needs public-private partnership given the magnitude of the required investments. Because for each of these gigafactories, we are talking about an investment of 3 to 4 billion euros, And the aim behind these gigafactories is to support life sciences through simulated clinical trials, through AI-designed antibodies, also green transition for climate, for energy grids, and also to support breakthrough in technology. We talk about the artificial general intelligence, automotive and mobility design, metamaterials, applications from astrobiology. It is essential to have such computational resources. And this is the motivation behind this strategy. The setup of the AI factories and the gigafactories is part of the Europe's AI Continent Action Plan, a unified European strategy to strengthen AI power, which is built on 5 strategic pillars aiming to move Europe from fragmented efforts to coherence. Which are these 5 pillars? According to the AI Continent Action Plan, which was set up this year, April 25. Infrastructure. The AI factories, the gigafactories that we mentioned before, which aim to close Europe's computing gap, is one of the pillars. Second pillar, and this was mentioned before in the previous panel, data. We need high quality of AI data, which can be used inside the factories, ensuring trusted European data sets in various areas. Adoption, accelerating AI use in public and private sectors. We need to do a lot of work there. You have heard from a recent survey, only 30% of EU, 13% of EU companies are using artificial intelligence. There is much more that we can do there. Of course, skills and talent. Through education, training, in order to attract scientists and engineers. We need a lot of them, and a lot of AI experts. And of course, AI Act, which is one of the pillars of the EU strategy to turn regulation into practice with clear guidance and support. The whole program under the AI Continent Action Plan is the Invest AI program, which aims to shift focus from one pillar, the lawmaking, to applied sovereignty, and setting up the operational arm of Europe's geostrategic AI vision. And about Greece, and you are going to hear in the coming session more, we are about to have the Daedalus high-performance computer in Lavrio, which is here in Attica region, the national computing power. Of course, Pharos, the factory that will exploit Daedalus, the high-performance computing, linking infrastructures, computational infrastructures, not only the HPC, but also cloud infrastructures, sovereign cloud infrastructures, data, and talent, aiming to position Greece as a regional AI hub in Eastern Mediterranean. This is a website of Pharos. This is what Daedalus will show, the supercomputer of GRNet. You have heard the president of GRNet just before in the previous panel mentioning this. So, to conclude, as I said before, AI is not just about economy, but also about sovereignty, defense, and social cohesion. Can Europe be fully technologically autonomous? I think this is not realistic, but for some critical sectors, I strongly believe this is both feasible and also necessary. Europe does not need to replace the global supply chain. We get the AI processors from the US, but it can reduce dependence on monopolies outside the EU, secure access to critical technologies, and shape international standards. AI factories and gigafactories that I presented before are key tools in this direction, accompanied by support for human capital, skilled personnel, reliable, high-quality data, and applications. EU can achieve digital sovereignty without technological isolation, as it is pointed also in the relevant talk of Vice President Henna Virkkunen. AI is no longer an advantage but a prerequisite to stay competitive, from her remarks on the launching of the AI Continent Action Plan. And what about Greece? In Greece's case, I believe technological autonomy is a realistic goal within the broader European framework, of course, of sovereignty. With the implementation of landmark initiatives like Daedalus, like the AI Factory, and also through our participation in Euro HPC programs, a high standard computational infrastructure is beginning to take place. At the same time, there are areas where Greece must seek greater control. Civil protection, defense, and language technologies. You've heard Professor Kidi before talking about the Greek language data space. We need such data spaces in order to develop, to train our own Greek language models based on high-quality data. So in these fields, reliance on external solutions entails risks. Developing domestic applications with our own resources and expertise is critical. And this is basically my message today in the context of EU strategy, both for Europe and Greece. Thank you.